What it do? It's DOA, niggas. Back with another episode of Putting It Together. Today, man, we back with that pistol action. We back on that Second Amendment action. You know what I'm saying? We back. Got another one of them good gun reviews, man. For the tube, for the League of Shadows. Today we got a special guest with us. This that Springfield Armory Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? On the screen behind us, the Hellcat Pro. Now the Hellcat Pro is a slightly bigger pistol. I think they come with the 3.5, the 3.8 maybe inch barrels and the longer hand grip. But the version I got right here is the micro pistol. That's a highly concealable 9mm you looking at right there in my hands. You know what I'm saying? I got big hands, but as you can see, this is a small pistol right here. This is a little bitty pistol right here. But it happens to be the highest capacity micro pistol in the world. So y'all know I tout Springfield, man. Springfield, they make some great firearms, particularly pistols. I like the XDM line, which is the match grade barrel line of XDs. You know what I'm saying? But this one right here, this is one of their claims to fame is this Hellcat line. It's that Hellcat line. You know what I'm saying? And these come with an 11 plus 1 capacity. So 11 in the magazine and one up top. That's how it comes standard. 11 plus 1. It also come with the extended mag. That's a 13 plus 1. So give you 2 extra shots in the extended mag. That's the one you seeing right here. As you can see, it's got this extra bit at the bottom. That's the extension right there. You know what I'm saying? And this small pistol can take 13 in the mag and one up top. You see what I'm saying? And that's in the 9mm right there. So usually when you get a pistol this small, when you get to talking about the micro size pistols, you're not going to get this high of capacity. But Springfield, they diabolicans, man. They figured out a way to stuff some extra shells up in there. You feel me? And I think it's a patented technology that they using, or patented stacking method that they using in their magazines to be able to get this high of capacity in such a small pistol. You know what I'm saying? But this is a great firearm. I done ran a lot of rounds through it, and surprisingly to me, it feels great in my hand because I got big hands. You know, a lot of times when you get these micro pistols, they don't really feel all that good in my hand. Like with a bigger hand, you would think a bigger hand have a better grip on a smaller pistol, but a lot of times they feel a little bit hollow in the hand. A lot of these smaller pistols, they feel a little bit hollow in the palm, where you gonna want to get that secure grip on them. But I gotta give uh big shout out to Springfield because this one does not feel hollow in my hand. It feels very secure in my hand. It's a very accurate shooting pistol. It's got the hammer forged barrel on it. That hammer forged barrel, which provides some extreme accuracy in a micro pistol. Because a lot of times, like I told y'all before, when you get a smaller barrel on a firearm, it's harder to control the round. You know what I'm saying? So you get in that recoil, the barrel's got less length to travel down, so it has a shorter distance to keep that projectile straight. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you get a smaller pistol, your aim starts to be off a little bit. If anybody shot a little small 2.5 or something like that, a little bitty baby 2.5, it them's for strictly for close range because it's gonna be hard to aim them. You know what I'm saying? But these right here, these Hellcats, are very accurate pistols. I would say they almost comparable to the XDM, which is a match grade barrel, which is, the professional shooting barrel. So that's a very accurate firearm, the XDM, but this is as well. And it's got those tritium, the tritium U dot sights on the back. You can see it's got the U. It's got the U right here in a glow with the dot on the tip. So you got the tritium U dot sights. You know what I'm saying? For quick target acquisition, even in low light, that tritium lights up real bright. So you getting a nice clear target in front of you when you looking down a barrel of this Hellcat. And also it's got the adaptive grip technology. And this grip, man, this is some shit that you can't really, you can see it a little bit on the camera, but I'm telling you, when you go hold this pistol, it feels super secure in your hands. It really does. It feels real good in your hands. It don't feel like it's gonna jump or slide out of your hands, which is a good thing when you in a sticky situation. You can see on the front right here, you got the rail where you can add accessories. Hellcat Springfield also makes a model where it's got the optics ready on the top. So it's got a little piece right here that you can take out and put in your red dot sights, a very small red dot sight that they make for these type of pistols. And you can put that on the top real easy. Mine's not the optics ready version because I probably gonna go with the laser light combo down here at the tip. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to that optic on top. I'm kind of good with the pistol. Even though optics can make it like dummy proof. You know what I'm saying? You get a good optic on top, and man, it's almost like you can't miss. But you can also do the same thing with the laser. Only thing about the laser is you got to get a nice strong laser, something that's gonna show up good even in high light environments, because your laser usually gets weak when it's a lot of light. You know what I'm saying? But the laser works excellent in the dark. But if you get a good laser, you can also get a laser that works pretty well in a highlight situation. And me personally, I recommend a green laser if you get one. Green laser, green dot optics, because they've done some studies on these optics and they show that the eye, the way the human eye is, it can acquire a green dot quicker than a red one. It's however the eye is working, it's easier for us to see the green dot than it is the red. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about when you get ready to get your optics. But you can see this top rail. This top rail got these good serrations in it. So, you can easily get you a easy cock back. It's real easy. On the other side, they got this is where you can tell if it's loaded or not. This is the barrel, the what they call it, the load indicator. So when you got one up top, you're gonna see this little piece sticking out. You're gonna be able to feel it too. So you always know if you got one up top or not, which is a good addition to this firearm in itself. You can see they got the Gen 2 trigger on there. Got the Gen 2 trigger. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of safety, but it's a nice smooth trigger. Like I said, I ran a nice amount of rounds through it, and I didn't have one hang up. Surprisingly low recoil for a micro pistol as well. So you could tell that hammer for its barrel is controlling that round very well. You know what I'm saying? I think they even make some that's got compensators already built in too. One of the Hellcat versions, I think they got compensators built in. So that's going to manage the round a little bit better too. So it keeps that recoil down, keep the tip of the pistol down so that it's not hopping a lot when you in between rounds. You know what I'm saying? Keep it nice and steady. So yeah, man, all around, this is one of the best pistols that I've ever had or handled, to be honest. When you consider all things like the small concealability, that's a check. You know what I'm saying? You damn near you can get smaller, but when you talking about really putting in some work, having the ability to fire off multiple rounds, you can't get no better. Like I said, it's the world leading in capacity for the micro pistol. So you're not gonna get more bullets out of a micro pistol than you can get out of the Hellcat. So that's two categories it's already winning in. And the feel in my hand, I gotta give it. I put it up there, man. It's like a 9 out of 10 on the feels. Only thing that I could say is, some pistols they come with this, what do you call it? The palm. They got the palm grip where you can change it out and make it stick out further or slimmer depending on your hand. But to be honest, like, I'm pleasantly surprised with how it feels in my hand without those adaptive um palm inserts to the the handle of the pistol to be thicker, a little bit thicker, or a little bit more meaty. And I have to give it like a 9 out of 10 on the grips. You know what I'm saying? It's got to get a 10 out of 10 as far as the capacity for the size of the pistol. Then you got a 10 out of 10 on concealability, the ability to, hide this, stuff it in your pocket. You could stuff it in your waistline. You could put it underneath the arm. It's just, it's a very inconspicuous pistol. You know what I'm saying? But then the grips, the feel of the grips are excellent. And like I said, the cuts on this top slide, they make it feel real good and reliable when you going to chamber around. When you going to cock it back and chamber around, it feels excellent. You know what I'm saying? So all around, man, it's gotta be a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10 from Springfield on these. And I heard they came out with a full size compact pistol, which I gotta get my hands on, so I can see for myself how I like it. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. It's a compact pistol. It's a mill between the compact and a full size pistol. So I think it's got maybe like a 4 inch or a shorter barrel, which is gonna be good for concealability, but it's got a lot of round capacity. I think maybe 15 and 1 or 17 and 1, something like that. So I've been wanting to get my hands on that as well. But as far as, an everyday pistol you can carry and highly concealable, this is one I definitely would recommend. This Hellcat. This is that gunmetal gray, I believe, is the color on this one. And I love the color, you know what I'm saying? And love everything about it, to be honest, man. This is a hit from Springfield, in my opinion. The price tag is a little high in the pistol range. They come in about 650 to 700 if you get the optics ready version out of the store. But go to a gun show, or get one secondhand used or something like that. You could probably get it a little cheaper. Closer to 500 would be a win. If you can get one for about 500, you won. You know what I'm saying? I did get this one straight out the store, so I think I paid about 650, 700. But it does come with, I believe, three magazines. It comes with at least two I know of. But then I sent something in, some kind of rebate to Springfield, and they gave me a range bag with a lot of extra magazines. So I probably got like 5 or 6 mags for this Hellcat. So that's a win. You know what I'm saying? And you always want to check with Springfield to see what kind of deals they got going, because a lot of times they will provide some extra mags and things of that nature to accompany your pistol. So that's a good thing in itself. But the ability for accessories, that's that's another plus because you already accessory ready. Then, like I said, you can get the one that's optics ready. So really, it's nothing to complain about as far as this Hellcat goes. But y'all know me, man. I'ma always show you. You gotta go to the gun range or go to the store and handle these pistols. You gotta put them in your hands, man, because it's like tennis shoes. Like one person can like Nikes, but another person might put them same Nikes on, and by the shape of their foot, it might be pinching their toe or something. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like New Balances. I wear a lot of Nikes. I wear my fair share of Nikes, and I like them. But a New Balance is a much more comfortable shoe, in my opinion. So, you know, you gotta go and put your hands on these firearms and just see how they feel in your hands, because to one person it might be great, but to you it might feel funny, because everybody's hands is different, everybody preference is different. So I really urge y'all to go put your hands on these pistols. But I like to do these reviews to give you something, a good starter to go off of, some good criteria to check off. Like I said, as far as um concealability, high capacity, optics ready, accessory ready. This is a pistol you definitely want to go and get a feel for. If that's your criteria as well, then you definitely want to go get your hands on one of these Hellcats and see how it feel to you. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is it feel good to me. But once you put your hands on it, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? If you at the gun range, rent it out, run a few rounds through it, see how you like it as far as accuracy, as far as usability, and then you can make your final decision. But in my opinion, Springfield, they got a hit with this one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got a hit coming from me. But you know, at the end of the day, man, I want y'all to go and be savvy with these firearms. I want y'all to get to know them. I want you to know how to use them. I want you to feel very safe and comfortable around them, because the Second Amendment is not for show, man. It's something, it's a duty. It's a duty. It's really less of an option and more of a duty. We need to have these in the event of anything funny happening. You see what I'm saying? It's a million different scenarios I could give you for why you want to have a pistol. You'd rather be caught with it than without it. You see what I'm saying? So I urge the League of Shadows, I urge my League of Shadows members to urge other people to be savvy users of firearms, man. You ain't gotta have a super big collection like me, or mine ain't even super big, but it's nice. It's large. It's above average. You know what I'm saying? But you at least want to have a pistol or two. Get you one shotgun, get you one pistol, and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But as always, man, it's a pleasure having y'all tune in. It's peace and love, truth and light, wisdom and insight, DOA, putting it together. To the next episode, y'all. Peace.